Welcome to The Hook,
where music and art come together
with the people that created it. I'm Johni.
I'm Jess.
You're on The Hook. Today on The Hook, we're talking with a singer-songwriter who's been performing since he was just 3 years old. His music blends country, southern rock, gospel, and Americana. And he's built a loyal following through authentic storytelling and a whole lot of miles on the road.
From sharing stages with major artists to playing iconic venues like Bluebird Cafe, Tyson Leamon has carved out his own path in music while staying true to his roots.
We're excited to talk songwriting, life on the road, and the stories behind the music. Tyson Leamon, you're on The Hook. Hi.
What's going on?
Well, clearly we're trying to understand how time zones work. So,
Yes,
giggling.
Indeed.
And it says that Nashville is an hour apart. I don't understand.
When you messaged me back to the house as possible, I was like, I'm Eastern Standard Time. And you was like, oh, crap.
Oh, my God. Hi, Tyson. I'm Jess. Nice to meet you officially.
And I'm Johni. Nice to meet you officially.
Yeah, for sure. Pleasure to be on The Hook.
I know. So excited.
First thing I wanted to ask you about is that we read that you actually started singing when you were 3 years old and then spent your childhood traveling and performing gospel music with your dad. So I'm curious, first of all, if that's true, and then what some of those earlier memories are for you as an adult, like what you remember about that time.
Man, that is true. First of all, that is absolute facts. 3 years old, they were standing me on little stools where they could see me over the pulpits. I was singing, different songs. The first song that I ever sang in church was not necessarily a church song. I got embarrassed and ended up crying the first time I ever sung in church because I got up and decided I was going to sing the chorus of Baby's Got Her Blue Jeans On. And the reason that I did that, they found out later that the reason that I did it is because it said, Lord have mercy, baby's got her blue jeans on. And so for some reason, I thought since it's got the Lord in it, it's supposed to be in church.
I can just imagine the faces of all the people in the pews seeing that go down. Oh, my God.
It was insane. My uncle was the pastor of the church at the time, and he just kind of grabbed me off stage and just hugged me real uptight. He goes, son, that's not really a church song, but it's okay. And I was crying because everybody just started laughing. And I didn't know what they were laughing at, but they couldn't hold their composure, of course. It's just funny. I was little, so it was kind of like, oh, man, I'm embarrassed, oh, mama, but since then, I've learned that Amazing Grace or Just As I Am is more appropriate,
Well, at least you didn't sing Baby's Got Back or something.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
In other words, it could have been worse.
It could have been a much worse song choice,
It's so funny how little kids, they don't grasp when people laugh because of something they said. They get their feelings hurt. And then you realize when you're older, like it's great to make people laugh, but it's for some reason as a kid, it's the most mortifying thing that can possibly happen to you.
It is. It's a good thing to make people laugh. If you're doing something funny and they laugh at you, then you brought joy to somebody's life. Just accept it. That's a gift,
Yep, it is.
Well, I have a feeling that at 3 years old, and the scary thing with the whole tears and getting your feelings hurt wasn't when you decided to pursue music.
I guess a couple years later, he took that experience and was like, okay, we can sing a little bit. He's learning, we can still send him up. But when I started traveling and singing was at 5, and my first show was with a Civitan club in Tennessee. It was huge. And I was singing gospel music. Dad had these little cassette tapes, and we would pick the different soundtracks and go sing these songs. And people found out that I was singing. And so a Civitan club books me, and I got a little payment there. And then I was like, oh, you can get paid to do this. That's cool. So then my uncle decides he's going to book me, my dad, and my brother at a church in Georgia. And I remember you remember the toy Magnadoodle?
Magnadoodle.
Describe it. What does it do?
It's kind of like you draw with a pen, and it's these little magnet things.
Oh, yeah. You drag it across the screen and the bottom's red.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it is. And you make a picture with magnet stuff.
Yeah.
And the pen's magnetic. For some reason, I wanted a Magnadoodle so bad. So I sang this place in Georgia, a church in Georgia, and we got paid. I think Dad divvied everything up. It wasn't much, but it was like $25. And for a young 5-year-old kid, I was like, oh yeah, that's $25. That's killer. So I got to get my Magnadoodle, and I was like, man, see, you can get what you want with doing what you love to do. That was pretty cool. And I started pursuing music there, and we went and traveled around, and then we began to learn harmonies. Dad taught us harmonies. It was like instead of playing G.I. Joes on Saturday mornings, we were in the middle of the living room learning 3 and 4 part harmony. And we traveled around for a long time as a quartet called Legacy, just doing all kinds of things. Later on, I discovered other musics, and I'm in a contemporary Christian band at 15 with my high school buddies, and we formed a band and went around and did a bunch of stuff. And then I got into rock music, and then eventually later on in life landed in country. So
it all started with a Magnadoodle.
Started with a Magnadoodle.
How much did growing up in a musical family and a faith-centered environment impact you as the artist you are today?
Oh, 100%. It really shaped me. A couple of things I rely on that I know is going to pull through for me is I'm always going to have my musical capabilities, and I'm always going to have Jesus. That's 2 things that was instilled in me as a kid that I haven't gotten away from. Biblically, it says, to train a child up in a way that they should go, and when they grow old, they won't depart from it. Well, I departed from it for a long time, but I eventually came back, and I never forgot where I came from, and I never forgot the faith principles that I were taught. But I did lead quite the lifestyle for a while, and I had to come to my senses and realize that music and dreams and family and all the things were much bigger than what I was trying to do.
Well, you definitely have a God-given voice. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. And I do credit him for that. Lots of practice, but lots of just divine gifting. Thank you so much for that.
It's beautiful. Well, you have spent much of your career as an independent artist in a world where there's like so many musicians that are chasing algorithms or viral moments. How do you stay focused on building something lasting?
I just figure that the best way to build something lasting is authenticity. In a world full of everything that's not authentic, make up here and make up there, and I figure authenticity and just telling my story and being absolutely 100% real with people, no matter if it hurts or no matter if it's good. And the same way I want them to be with me. If it hurts my feelings, I take it as constructive criticism and just move on. Now, if you're out intentionally hurting people's feelings, you need to check up on yourself, But if you're giving constructive criticism coming from a place of love, then that's one thing. But staying focused on something that's lasting just comes through pure authenticity and saying, hey, I want to treat people the way that I expect to be treated. And that's what I do.
We need more of that right now in this world. Authenticity is definitely something we need more of.
Your sound, from our standpoint, really blends country, Southern rock, that gospel kind of upbringing, Americana. If someone was discovering Tyson Leamon for the first time, how would you describe your music?
I would say it's somewhere in the middle of Jason Crabb meets Chris Stapleton meets Teddy Swims.
I think that's accurate.
So I think that all blends right there with a touch of Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So it's just real, raw, authentic.
Well, Who I Am actually brings me to tears. I mean, that song is just so beautiful.
It's an absolutely true story, too. That's my life. That's my story song.
I've been known to drink a few, forget who I am and act like a fool. One night stands with Jim Beam, George and Jack. Walked through hell to please myself and left her alone where the ashes fell. I did things I never could take back. But her and Jesus always stay. When the whiskey's gone away, got one hand on the bottle and the other in her hand, like conviction from a Bible. She reminds me who I am. Another show and another stage. Paint songs cut through a smoky haze, and all the people laugh and sing along. They say, give me 3 steps toward the door. Tip the band for just one more. Drink what's in their hands and head on home. But her and Jesus always stay. After the final song is played, I've got one hand on the bottle and the other in her hand, like conviction from a Bible. She reminds me who I am. Here I am and waves are crashing. I don't wanna let her down. For the answer to my question, there's only one way that I've found. So tonight I break the bottle and I take her by the hand. Take some time and read my Bible to remind me who I am. Remind me who I am. Remind me who I
You're hearing a song about who I am, not just the title. A guy that went from addiction and jail time and everything else, falling flat on his face, to being able to stand on his own and have a family and some successes and be able to walk with his head held high as opposed to hanging it down low. Because for a long time, I remember what it's like to be in the basement, and it sure feels good to live on the floor level now.
How long after you got sober did you actually write that song?
I wrote part of it during trying to get sober. It came to me. It was about 6 months into my sobriety that I sat down and penned the rest of it down. The first verse says, I've been known to drink a few, forget who I am, and act like a fool. That was all while I was in the middle of my addiction. And then the rest of it, you know, the overcoming parts was 6 months later when I started recovering.
That's amazing. It's almost like it was, part of your therapy to put it all out like that.
If there was an AA that served me, which I never had to have a program or anything like that, I have to give credit to the Lord, you know, for intervening and helping me through that. And the people who stood by my side and never gave up on me. friends, family, extended family. If I start naming names, I'll forget somebody and somebody get their feelings hurt.
Tyson's people, you know who you are.
Yes.
Yeah, my peeps, my family, all the peeps. Thankful for that. And music itself is part of my AA, my therapy. I got through it writing pain songs. I got through it writing songs like Who I Am, The Day After Whiskey, all the things.
Wow. So I was going to ask you about your album, Guitar and a Bible, but from what I understand, you have a whole new album you're working on that's kind of blending the both of them. You want to tell us about how that project came about?
It's in the works. We spent all this past week. Matter of fact, up until yesterday, I was in studio, and then I had a show last night and in the podcast today. The other days of the week, I've been in studio since Sunday, working on this album, and we've got 32, some old, some new, some you'll recognize tracks coming out. That's just an acoustic track. It's kind of produced the same way that some of the same settings and some of the same equipment used to produce Chris Stapleton's The Traveler album. I'm excited about how it's sounding and about how it's recorded on the banks of the Hiwassee River at a studio called Stump City Studios that I just recently discovered.
Do you have any interesting things that happened in the studio that you're going to pretty much take with this album and your memories?
Oh, yeah. We have a guest vocalist on the album who sang in the 90s, had a record deal. We're not going to say the name right now. We had a guest vocalist come do some harmony work, and I'll put it this way. She was in the same realm as Reba McEntire and folks like that. So
wow, I just got chills.
It was pretty cool. Her vocal has got a similarity to that, and she worked at Opryland for a little while, and she did some tours with some big name acts, and she came in and did some harmony vocals on some of the tracks, so it was pretty cool. That, and we had a pretty cool producer. His name was Jordan. He's from Nashville. He's worked on a bunch of records. The fact that they studied out, and the mastering part of that is probably, if they don't change their mind, they're sending it to the same producer to master it that mastered the Traveler album for Chris Stapleton. So I'm excited about how they're going to make that sound. And it's not full band. It's just me, an acoustic against the sounds of the river, the embellishments of vocals, the string noise. It's got everything in it, so it's just real authentic and real. I had such a good time at Stump City, and we're getting ready to launch some opportunities for independent artists down our way with Stump City and myself. I'm going to be going into producing some younger artists and some upstart artists and independent artists. And we're having a thing every third Thursday of the month at B&B Marina, which is just right down the road from the studio in Charleston, Tennessee. And if you're an artist out there and you want an opportunity to record at the same place that I just got done recording my album, we're doing like a competition to have that happen. And it'll all be posted on my socials, Tyson Leamon, on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all the things. And we'll give you more information on that. But it's called Riverside Rhythms. It's 4 artists tonight. Then out of the 4, 1 advances to the championship round. Out of the championship round, we have 1 that goes in and gets to cut a track at Stump City. So it's going to be awesome. And then out of that, we're going to be able to help a ton of independent artists with artist development, get you hooked up with people who want to invest in you. There's no telling what kind of wheels is going to be turning right here with that.
Beauty is more than skin deep. It's an evolution. It's wellness, and wellness is health. At Youthful Beginnings, we believe you deserve to feel comfortable at every stage of life. That's why we help you feel more like you. From weight loss programs and body laser treatments to hormone therapy and injectables, our expert care and holistic approach earned us the title of Richmond's Best Spa. Be bold, be beautiful, be well, be you. Start your youthful beginning today.
It's taking it out of the hands of the record labels and the managers and all that, and putting it back into their hands and their abilities to make their music and it be theirs. I love that. And you're giving back.
And I get to give back. We're going to do videos of their performances, put it online, and let the people speak on who they want. I feel like for too long we've been force-fed some of these artists out there, and we've been force-fed who they think that we want, but we really haven't been given a choice on some of these people and artists that are around the bonfire every night that never get an opportunity to make a record simply because they either don't have the image that somebody's looking for, or they don't have enough money, or they don't have enough status quo. There's an age limit now, and I'm telling you right now, I'm sick of that. I think it's time that we start standing up for these people that have got more talent around the backyard bonfire than some of these people that's making hit records.
Right.
Amen. I am so excited to hear you say that out loud. I love it.
Well, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
You got a little bit of that Uncle Preacher in you.
I am a minister myself, so when I speak, I speak boldly. I was doing a men's conference this past week and telling my testimony and my story. He said, Tyson's the club evangelist.
Nice.
I was like, that may stick, the club evangelist.
I love it. That's great. Maybe that'll come on an album somewhere, some way down the line.
Maybe that should be the title of this album, Club Evangelist.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just messing around. But yeah, he titled me that, and I was like, man, that's crazy. I never thought of it that way. I guess I kind of am.
I don't know. For me, it sounds like a song title about you.
Well, I have a buddy. I was going to coin it, but my buddy already got it. I don't know if you know who Jacob Bright is or not, or if you've heard the name. Gentleman out of Georgia. He's great. His title of his record was The Barstool Preacher. And I thought that was so clever. And I thought, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is great. That's really cool. Well, you have played everything from local venues to major festivals and even the Bluebird Cafe. Was there ever a point where you're like, oh my gosh, this is so surreal. This is actually happening for me?
Yeah. My first show that I opened up for a major artist, that artist happened to be the infamous or famous, whichever way you want to put it, Kentucky Headhunters. That was awesome to get to open up for those guys.
Yeah.
And then I later on did Confederate Railroad, and I just recently got to hook up with Shenandoah and Diamond Rio, which was...
I saw that. That was awesome.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
That was so cool. They were so down to earth. And I was like, these are just people.
Right.
These are my heroes, but they're just people, and I get to talk to these people now.
Well, that's kind of how I feel right now.
Oh, no, don't feel that way. I'm just a simpleton. I'm just an East Tennessee guy, 41 years old, trying to do my thing, you know?
Well, let's talk more about that because you have shared the stage with some incredible performers. Is there an artist you can think of that you've opened up for or performed with who taught you something really valuable just by watching them perform?
A couple. Craig Campbell was great when I got to open for him because he just stuck to his guns with the 90s country thing. He was so nice to me. And then I don't know do you know who Mo Pitney is?
I don't. That's not ringing a bell right now.
He's very just faith-based, and I opened up for him in Chattanooga one year. And the first thing he wanted to do was pray with me before I went on stage, and that impacted me a lot because he took time as the bigger artist to come to the green room and pray with the opening act. That said a lot about his character.
That's beautiful. You know, that's one of the things about Oliver Anthony that I enjoy is the fact he does baptisms after his concerts.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful.
I did a thing with Oliver, too, so I forgot how authentic he was. Played Old Red and Gatlinburg together.
That's awesome. He's just a down-to-earth, like you said, authentic. And I've had the pleasure of meeting him and hanging out with him, and I enjoyed it very much. Great. But yeah, I just love the fact that I stuck around and kind of watched the baptisms afterwards because I just thought it was so beautiful and it made me tear up, honestly.
That's great. And his guitar player, Joey Davis.
Love him.
What a dude. Talent, and he's awesome. He's great.
Yep, we're good buddies. I love Joey to pieces.
Joey was actually one of our first guests, out of the gate.
And, that's cool.
And then we got to go see him play the next night, and it was
so good.
Oh my, he was so good. It was.
He can play. He can burn a guitar up.
Yeah. Oh, and he's such a performer, you know, like he has stage presence. Yeah. He's amazing.
If you get an opportunity, I don't know if you've seen the video on my YouTube channel. There's a video of me and Joey and Oliver doing Can't You See at Old Red.
Oh,
And
I
that's
love
awesome.
that song.
We had a great time, and we took turns doing the verses, and then, of course, Joey took a lead run with a guitar, and it was awesome. And at that point in time, they had Caleb playing bass for them. It was just awesome meeting everybody and hanging out.
Yeah, they're touring right now and having a good time. Again, you've been in music basically since you're 5 years old, and then you started getting into the music business later. Back then, music business, and now music business. Do you see anything that maybe you misunderstood then or just came clearer now?
Yes, I thought making it was something different than what I realized making it is now. And what I mean by that is I thought the record deal, the glitz, the glam, the high rises, the whole thing, thought that was what it was. And what I'm finding out is being able to support your family, have a warm bed, food on the table, love of your daughter, your wife, and people around you simply for playing music. That's making it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Tyson, we have talked to a lot of artists that had a song that really kind of changed everything for them. And you shared the one that really impacted you personally. But is there a song in your catalog that kind of opened a door for you or made people really start paying attention?
Honestly, it would be the same one that I shared the testimony one, Who I Am, because I don't know if you guys know who Noah Peters is, the singing barber.
Oh, yeah.
I got to be in the chair with that song, and we did that, and it got TikTok alone over 5 million views. So it kind of got a lot of notoriety right there. So.
Wow. Oh, I've watched that so many times.
It started opening. So you were probably the 5 millionth view. Thank you so much.
I was definitely one of them.
Did he really trim you up?
No.
Okay.
Not that day.
Okay.
Not that day. He is a master barber. He really is.
We really want him on the show. We want him on the show.
I know a guy.
You know a guy. I know you know a guy.
We got to be best friends, Tyson.
Actually, I posted that video on my personal Facebook page.
Thank you.
Yeah, saying I'm so excited to be interviewing you. And that's the video I posted with Noah Peters because it's just so beautiful in your voice. And I cried again when I was listening to it. I love listening to Noah Peters, too, because his voice is just gorgeous, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you heard his brother, Daniel?
No, I haven't.
You should listen to them do harmonies with him and his wife and Daniel, his brother. It's something crazy. They just posted a video from CMA Fest this week where they did a 3-part harmony thing at a writer's round and brought the house down.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can imagine just listening to Noah's voice was really beautiful. But we'll talk to Noah one day and find all about him, right, Tyson?
Yeah, we can see what we can do. We'll see what we can do.
Let's talk about you some more. Bull Y'all. I was listening to that today. It's killer. Did you have any idea that song would resonate so strongly with Tennessee fans?
I hoped, being a Tennessee fan myself, that it would resonate. I had no idea that it would blow up to the magnitude that it did and that it would be like a staple in Knoxville at WIBK radio station up there, which is a huge station. And they play it every single Friday and Saturday of ball season. So it gets major radio play every ball season. And it's getting played all over tailgates, some in Neyland Stadium. It's crazy how it blew up there.
It's a great song. I love it. Well, have you ever had a fan tell you a story about one of your songs that completely caught you off guard?
I wrote a song called Any Kind of Wine Girl. It was my first song that I really pushed out to radio and singled out and everything and got on streaming. I had so many people talk about, man, you don't even know, but you sparked a romantic interest between me and my wife tonight. I was like, what? Why are you telling me this?
Wait, what song is it? What song is it again? I'm making a note.
Make a note, mental note or physical note of this. It's called Any Kind of Wine Girl.
I didn't know that I heard that one, and I thought I listened to every one of your songs.
It's the very first single that I ever did, and it's an old one. It's not my wife's favorite because it was written about somebody else. It's on there nonetheless.
Hey,
all
good
right,
song.
now I do have to make sure I listen to that one for sure.
On a more somber note, Who I Am, I've gotten so many stories back on it. A few that really stood out to me was we have an epidemic in our nation about servicemen and women alike, military men and women, coming back and not being able to handle the pressures of what they had been through. And I think they said right now, monthly, there's 22 that commit suicide. And I had somebody message me one night that was on the verge of committing that said, if I would not have flipped on your song just minutes ago and listened to the words of your song, I wouldn't be here right now. You saved my life. That right there brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah, it's got tears in my eyes too, because that is seriously, I can't imagine what they have to endure and then come home to.
Endure so much and then come home, and the battle really begins when you get home. You go fight a war and then you fight a battle when you get here. There's help for them, but not like I feel like it should be. No, we don't have a presence in their life like we should.
We need to link you up with Will Kimbrough, who's doing this.
Songwriters for Soldiers.
So we'll send you some information, but what they do is they meet at like a retreat. It's not just military, but it's all first responders that are going through whatever level of PTSD, and they meet at a retreat for like a weekend, and they have one songwriter come for each group, and essentially everybody that's within that group tells their story. And their story becomes the songs. So the songwriter is there not to write it or tell the story, but to really capture their words and turn it to music. And it's become incredibly popular and incredibly healing. So that's awesome. That sounds like right up your alley. Yeah.
I would love to be a part of that. I mean, absolutely be honored.
So, Tyson, one of my favorites is Wildflowers in Whiskey Bottles. Can you tell us the story behind that?
That's one that I didn't write. I got the opportunity to record that. My buddy Nick Norman wrote that, and I played a show with him in Florida, and I thought it was just an amazing song. And we did a writer's round. Him and Ken Johnson co-wrote that, and I said, can I please cut that in Nashville?
Yes.
And they give me permission. So when they give me permission, I went to Nashville and cut my version of that. It ended up hitting the charts, and for 6 weeks straight, it was number one on the independent country music charts.
Wow. I'm sitting here listening to you talk about different songs, and initially we had asked you when you felt like you really made it, and you said Noah Peters, and that wasn't long ago.
It's a roller coaster. You have your ups and downs.
Yeah, of course.
So I guess the best way to describe it is roller coaster, because you'll be on the top of the pinnacle at one point in time, and then feeling like you should quit the next time. But you can't, because something in you won't let you.
Yep, we hear that a lot too. And they usually don't see the years behind it when you're on the stage, and people don't see the years that it took you to get to where you are. So what did Tyson Leamon have to sacrifice to keep chasing this dream?
Time with family, I know, would be on top of my list. There's a lot of times that I would rather be around the grill with my family, grilling out, and missing, my wife and my daughter and those I love, just being on the road. Financially, there's places that I feel like I could have bettered my family's life, but I knew in the long run I was bettering their life, but could have immediately bought them something, but I invested it in music. I've had a lot of blessings along the way, though, as far as like sacrifice. I had to deny myself. What I mean by that is deny what I thought the formula of making it was, and sacrifice just the ideology behind what the industry tries to instill in you. I don't know that I've sacrificed a ton of things except just time and blood and sweat and tears. It's really paid off in the long run more than it's been sacrificial.
Saying your family is the most beautiful answer you could have said. Well, what's one moment in your career that kind of looks small, but it ended up changing everything?
I guess I thought, learning my harmonies and stuff at such a young age with Dad was insignificant at the time. Just being in there learning about music kind of shaped me and prepared me for what I would have to endure, later on in life with the industry and everything else.
It was just your childhood, and then it became
it was just me, and it became a routine. It became even at the point to where I wish I was sitting down watching Saturday morning cartoons and eating cereal as opposed to doing it. Became almost a chore or a task more than anything. As insignificant as it was, as a child, it became very significant in adulthood.
Well, I can tell you, as the kid who was eating cereal and watching the cartoons, it took me years to get my crap together. So I think you were actually blessed in that. Okay, Tyson, here's something I have always wanted to know from being in the crowd at a live show perspective. You know, we in the crowd are watching every moment of what you're doing on stage. And I'm curious, when you're on stage, if you're paying attention to all the details of the crowd watching you, or if you're mostly just lost in your music.
Both, but I do find one person and engage with them, like a person that will be lost in my music with me. I kind of zero in on them, and just sometimes I'll play to the whole crowd. Sometimes I'll play to one soul in the crowd that's just absolutely lost in the moment.
Oh, wow.
And if my wife's there, she always gets the eye contact and the private show, even though it's in the middle of, could be 1,000 people, but she's always going to get a private show.
Isn't that's just beautiful. I love that.
Maybe that's what happened to me at Fake Kenny Rogers.
What?
Hey.
I had a really weird experience at a Kenny Rogers, like, what do you call the people that do the
Tribute?
Yeah. And he came to Richmond to the Tin Pan, which is a super cool venue, but he had the whole outfit, like the white satin Kenny Rogers period with like the
Lord.
belt. And he came in to the venue and I had an encounter with him outside the venue. That's what happened, where I was just being my ditzy self or whatever. So he locked in on me. From the minute he walked in, he threw me a banjo straight and then stared at me the entire time, to the point where I started to get uncomfortable. And I looked over at my husband and I was like, is something getting weird? Like, am I tripping? And he was like, nah, like Fake Kenny Rogers is staring you down.
Fake Kenny Rogers is down.
And it got so uncomfortable that at the end of the show, I like booked it out of there because I didn't want to encounter. I'm not saying you do that, Tyson. I'm just saying maybe he was locking in on me as a point of reference. But you're saying you are connecting because they're
already vibing.
They're vibing like I was just skirting away. So that doesn't actually explain it at all.
No.
All right. Listen, Tyson, we're going to go into our speed round now. So this is like the first thing that pops into your head with each question. None of them are hard. I promise you that. But just a great way for our listeners to get to know you a little bit better. So Johni's going to kick us off on the speed round.
You already told us a bunch of really cool cities in Tennessee, but what is your favorite Tennessee spot, like a tourist would want to see?
You got to go down to the Hiwassee River in Charleston, Tennessee, and just get on the banks of the Hiwassee, like the B&B Marina area. I'm actually headed there now. It's called B&B Marina. It's awesome. It's a cool spot. It's a cool vibe. So
love it. Totally switching gears on this one. What is the most ridiculous thing you've ever eaten when you've been on the road?
circus peanuts, you know, them little fluffy candies.
Why would you ever have picked that? Why did you even buy them, Tyson?
They were terrible.
Terrible.
I thought they were going to be awesome. And that's the worst candy on the face of the planet.
Is that the red ones, like the Boston?
No, they're
somethings?
like tan.
I don't think I've ever had that.
They're like a flesh color, and they're like they're like a wannabe marshmallow, but they suck.
Oh, that sounds so nasty.
They're so bad. Oh my gosh.
If your life was a movie, what actor would you want to play you?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's a good question. I know so many good actors, but he recently passed away, but he can play any part and anybody. So Robert Duvall.
Ooh.
Nice.
I love Robert. I just love Robert Duvall. I don't think he looks anything like me, but they can make him up and he can play the part.
They can make him. All right, Tyson, aliens land tonight and you can make peace with them by playing music. What is the first song you would play for them?
Why did I want to say Kumbaya? I don't know.
That's awesome. Perfect.
I don't know if it would be, but it would probably be more like that. Kumbaya popped in my head and
That's
Come
funny.
Together.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
good
together.
one.
I would want to translate the peace thing, so, just kind of that thing.
If your guitar could talk, would it talk trash about you or be complimentary?
It would talk trash.
So good.
It would. It would definitely talk trash. The first thing it would say is, please hire somebody to play me better.
Oh, you play beautifully.
You need to be gentle with that girl. Be gentle.
I'm telling you.
What is the worst fashion trend you have ever participated in?
I guess I was in it. I wanted to be in a boy band, so I tried a little bit of the boy band dress up stuff, and dressed like I was in a boy band, spot my hair when I had it and all the things. And it probably didn't look so hot on me then.
We need pictures.
Yeah, we want evidence.
Oh my gosh. I think there might be one picture. And I also did when I was in a rock band, I did like a flock of seagulls hair too. I've got a picture of it.
We want pictures.
I could get you the Hollow June days. That was my rock band, and I had flock of seagulls hair for it.
What age was that period of life?
19 to 22, something like that.
Awesome.
Best concert you've ever seen?
Third Day Christian band. Third Day puts on an amazing show.
Nice.
They're awesome.
First concert you ever saw?
I can't remember. That's crazy.
That is crazy, being a music person.
You'd think that would like stand out to me. But I want to say it was a bluegrass show. And I want to say that it was down like in Blue Springs area. It was like a big bluegrass jamboree. And I just thought it was awesome.
I feel like the reason you can't remember is because you started at 3 and we're touring at 5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You were the concert.
I think I just have never been on the consumer side very much.
Right.
I've always been on the artist side of things. So I'm just like, what's going on? Or wishing I was on stage the whole time,
Exactly. What is the last thing you Googled?
Don't look at your phone right now.
Yeah, don't look at your phone while you're
Look at your
driving.
phone right now.
No,
You're
no.
driving.
Probably ChatGPT.
That's your assistant at this point. Yeah.
That's the assistant.
Mm-hmm.
What's one thing you're completely terrible at?
Jumping rope. I can't jump rope to save my life. In gym class, like if it was up to the jump rope thing, I fail. Every time. And skating. I'm terrible at skating too.
Huh. It's just the part of your brain that doesn't. It's interesting because I'm an incredible jump roper and a roller skater and rollerblade skater and can't sing a lick. So
There you go.
maybe we've identified something here. Tyson, what would your high school self think of the you that you are today?
Probably be like, bro, you still trying this thing? No, I was just kidding. No, it'd probably be like, I'm glad you finally learned how to come into your own skin and not worry about what people think.
Nice. I like that answer. If we stole your phone and hit shuffle, what's the first artist we would hear?
Well, since my daughter gets my phone and DJs, you would probably hear some Korean pop band called Stray Kids or something like that, because they go straight to the top because they got the most streams.
We'll be sure and tag them.
Yeah. She would love it. If they comment, she's going to flip out and probably pass out. But
Yeah, we'll tag them.
Yeah, we'll try. Hey, Tyson, you're helping us. We'll try and help you with a connection for your daughter with them if we can get them to respond.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
If you had to pick one, acoustic set or a full band?
Acoustic. I love my band, but I love the connection that I get to have with the audience with acoustic.
One word that describes Tennessee.
Home. There you go.
Ah, that's beautiful.
I like that. Favorite place you've ever performed?
Bluebird Cafe.
Oh, I'm going to get there one day.
It's amazing.
Going in the other direction, is there a dream venue that you have that you haven't played at yet?
Oh, 100% Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, yes, of course.
But I would love to play the Mother Church, the Ryman, and do a night at the Ryman, just because I think it's the authenticity of the Ryman.
Yeah. If you weren't a musician, what would you be doing?
A lawyer.
Really?
I'd be a
Okay,
lawyer.
you got to give us some more on that one.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be a lawyer. I always thought I like defending people, and I also like people brought to justice, true justice. So if I'm going to be that guy, I'll be a lawyer.
That actually kind of makes sense just with everything that you're doing for new artists, and you're just a person helper, a people helper.
I think the word that comes to mind is advocate.
Yeah, yes, that's what it is.
Or you
Absolutely.
could just say people helper.
People helper. I like people helpers.
The blonde.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, my ADD brain goes, when I say advocate, I also think avocado. So, that's neither here nor there, whatever.
I love a good avocado. Yeah.
I like guacamole.
Oh, yeah. Do you do
Yum.
cilantro or are you?
Absolutely not. I think
No.
it tastes like soap.
You're the
Yes.
soap person.
Isn't that funny?
It's so
No.
weird. It's so weird. I'm obsessed with it.
But it is weird that everybody says soap. Isn't that weird?
I think it's got to do something with genetics. From what I've researched on it, it's like your genetic makeup. Some people it tastes like soap. I don't know.
What's one thing that you can never leave home without?
My guitar,
Nice.
Nah.
100%
Yep. Okay, how would you define music?
therapeutic.
Hmm.
One word,
Yeah.
therapeutic.
What's next? New music, touring plans, collaborations, or anything fans should be watching for?
I'll say all the above and be watching for everything because it's very spontaneous. There's going to be tours. There's going to be collaborations, new music, new merchandise. It's all the things.
Woohoo! That sounds fun. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Last couple questions. Have you ever written a song that was actually too personal to release?
I guess I had to modify some songs before because I put names in it. And I was like, I can't say names, so I had to take names out of it and just be like boy, girl, dog. So that kind of happens.
So, if you could collaborate on a project with any artist, living or gone, who would it be and why?
One, George Jones. I think that he epitomizes what country music should be.
What's something fans would be surprised to learn about Tyson Leamon?
Oh, fun fact. I can't stand heights.
You can't
I
stand
don't
what?
like
Heights.
Oh,
Heights.
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 Oh, okay.
He said it country.
Heights. Heights.
So does that include roller coasters or just like cliffs?
Oh, absolutely. Roller coasters. I'm not getting on a roller coaster if I can help it. I fly in planes. That's the gist of it. But that's because I have to sometimes. I'd rather not even do that, but whatever.
Well, it's different. I mean, you're enclosed. I definitely am afraid of heights, but for some reason I do love roller coasters and planes don't scare me, but it's standing on like the edge of a cliff because if you go, like you're done. There's hope in everything, but there's just not hope in that.
Have you heard of what's called a swinging bridge?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hate them.
I don't think I'd like
Like
that
I-
either.
Like I've had nightmares of being stuck on a swinging bridge before.
Wow. I can't remember the last time I encountered one, but they are ridiculous and terrifying and shouldn't exist.
Yeah, they move and should not ever be built.
Mm-mm. All right. When you're 80 years old and looking back on this journey, what do you hope you're most proud of?
My daughter, I want her to live a full life. And I want it to be because something that I instilled in her maybe through my music. I want to be proud of her when I'm 80.
I have a feeling that will be the fact. For sure.
Oh, yeah. She's a good girl. She's got to work some of that smart mouth out, but she'll get there.
No, that just means she's intelligent.
And she's 15.
Yeah. I have one of those right now. She's going to be 16 in August. If you're funny, you kind of get a pass with me because I think that's a sign of intelligence.
Okay, what do you think people are really searching for when they connect with songs about faith, family, home, and belonging?
Authenticity, realism, something that they can grab onto and anchor down to.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I love that.
All right, Tyson, last question. If somebody listens to this episode and only remembers one thing about Tyson Leamon, what do you hope that is?
Here's a little preacher from me. Jesus loves you. He loved me. He changed me. He can change you. And that they can see some positivity in me through a negative world.
Amen. Love it.
Awesome, Tyson. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you. And please thank your
Thank
daughter
you so
from
much.
us.
Appreciate it. Giving it a thumbs up.
Okay,
Aw.
awesome. Thanks for sharing your dad with us.
If you're creative and listening to this,
We want your story,
the messy one,
the real one.
the one you don't usually have the opportunity to share. I'm Johni.
I'm Jess.
You're on the hook.
Loneliness grips my heart. My world has grown dark. I've given up on sunshine. feeling kinda lost. My job was my anchor, my wife was my pride. Now all I have is memories, with nothing left outside. There's nothing left to live for, I'm a broken man, sitting in a chair with a gun in my hand. When heaven heard a prayer I never prayed, someone was on their knees today. Something took the gun out of my hand and made me put it away. When heaven heard a prayer I'd never prayed. Was it that religious guide word that I treated like a jerk, or the Christian lady who slides those pamphlets under my door? Maybe it was the delivery man who took me by the hand and said, "Mister, do you know the Lord?" So to the warriors in the fight, sending up requests day and night, you're a beacon of light, that's all I can say. 'Cause God saved me by a prayer that I never prayed. Was it that religious guide word that I treated like a jerk, or the Christian lady who slides those pamphlets under my door? Maybe it was the delivery man who took me by the hand and said, "Mister, do you know the Lord?" Now guess what? I'm on my knees today, praying a prayer for someone who's never prayed.
Make sure to follow us on social media at Johni and Jess on TikTok, and you can find The Hook with Johni and Jess on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram.
You can listen to all our episodes on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeart,
or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can submit to be on the show by visiting our website and filling out the Be on the Hook form. Just head to JohnnyandJess.com. That's JohnnyandJess.com. That's where you'll find everything you need to get started.